Well, today the Liberal government plans on taking its first legislative step towards increasing inclusion rate on capital gains. CTV's Colton Prale live this morning with more on this. So, Colton, the capital gains tax, these changes really going ahead. This is sort of carved out from the budget specifically to take a look at this.
Yeah, it's become a political wedge. Not surprising that the Liberals are pushing forward with this. We knew it was coming when they announced it with the budget and then separated it from the actual bill itself. What is interesting, though, is yesterday when we heard from the finance minister, this is exactly as it was presented in the budget. That may not be surprising. Why wouldn't it change? Well, there has been consultations over the past few weeks, especially with doctors and entrepreneurs, because there has been a lot of pushback on these changes, concerns that it could lead to lower productivity, that could send high-end business talent to the States looking for other options. And on the doctor's side of things, a lot of concerns for what it means for family physicians and those physicians who own their own practice, because they won't be excluded from these changes. And so they'll end up paying a higher tax rate when they sell their practice at the end of their career. It's concerning for the CMA. They're worried that we could see an influx of sales of practices prior to this tax coming into effect on June 25th. They're also worried it means doctors who were looking at going into the GP field or owning their own practice in the future may now look into other avenues of medicine as a result. That's, of course, particularly concerning given the healthcare shortages that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, I mean, the ripple effects of this are potentially pretty brutal, Colton, no doubt about that. So it's unpopular, could cost the Liberals votes down the road. Why didn't they try to water it down? A lot of people wondering that.
Yeah, they're trying to frame this as an issue of tax fairness, and we heard that from the Deputy Prime Minister yesterday, talking about this is what they need to do to pay for Liberal programs like the dental care program or the National Food Program, $10 a day daycare, and they're framing this as a small number of Canadians, the wealthy Canadians, who will pay a little extra to do their fair share. That's how the Liberals are messaging this, and they're doing that to try and incentivize most Canadians who won't be impacted by this to see it as them choosing to not raise taxes on the majority, to provide more services, to try to make life more affordable while finding the money from those who others will say can afford it. That's how this is being pitched by the Liberals. The issue is, and where they might open themselves up politically, is if it doesn't work exactly like that, there will be a lot of examples that the Conservatives can pull up in Parliament, or that can bring people in front of a microphone, of doctors or electricians, of small business owners who maybe don't feel like they're part of the rich that the Liberals are describing, but who end up paying these capital gains taxes. And it could make the government look out of touch, or it could make the policy look ineffective if it's taxing people who feel and sound and look like everyday Canadians who are also struggling financially.
Okay, it's going to be an interesting week as this is revealed or unveiled in Ottawa, and they make the Ways and Means motion first and then vote later in the week. Colton Prale, appreciate the time this morning. Thank you.